It's exciting time. Give you a 4-hour energy boost. It's garlic-free and it's good for vampires and humans alike. Got plenty of bags for the punnel. Sticking with funny foods, though, have you seen this heart-shaped cucumber? One supermarket is flogging for Valentine's Day. I wouldn't mind getting my teeth stuck into that. Now then, let's introduce the panel. First up, super chef Antony Warroll Thompson. Live TV. Well, when you were doing all your cooking programmes, I mean, most of those were live, weren't they?
Yeah, well, quite a few, yeah.
So. Anything go hideously wrong?
A few times, occasionally. I choked once on a piece of cheese, and I was doing the, auto cue, and down my ear they were saying, give it someone else. I said, no, I'm too stubborn. So I kept going, cough, cough, and I almost died. I mean, I was literally going redder and redder and redder. And see you after the break.
It's tricky stuff. I had to have the Heimlich manoeuvre done on me after I got some steak caught in my throat. And the best bit of all was a wife-to-be, Amelia, was going, are you OK? As I'm going... and capable of... The procedures were vital, life-saving operations. These women elected to have them for vanity. Cosmetic surgery, of course, doesn't always go wrong. Sometimes the results are amazing. Just look at Jocelyn Wildenstein. I mean, she spent £2 million looking that good. A little lightness on a dark day, really. I'll start with you, Antony, at the far end. Am I being overly harsh?
No, I mean, it's a tragic death, obviously.
Yeah.
But so much of this comes from low self-esteem, I think, on behalf of people who do. Right, I've got the Daily Express. This is pretty grim. We start with a serious story. How can this be justice? There's a woman who's got severe scarring all over her face. She was beaten up by a thug who hurled a brick at this teenager's face, and all the thug got was a £200 fine. I mean...
Let's remind ourselves, student, fire extinguisher, didn't hit anyone, 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years. And the other day,
Could have killed someone, but he didn't. 3 years.
That someone got for stamping on another woman. I know that was awful as well. But this is 200... Why can't we have a logistical way of our legal system? There's no logic to it. It's just all in the mind of one judge. Yeah. Or whatever. And I think, personally... castrate the bugger.
If you drop a fire extinguisher and you don't kill anybody and you get 3 years, then that has to be worth more than 3 years. Absolutely. Has to be worth more than 3 years. But no doubt the lawyer would have gone out and said, oh, he's only a young lad, he didn't really know what he was doing.
You pick up a brick.
He comes from a broken home, and it was the only brick he had. If he'd had 2, he'd have built a wall.
Anyway, next. We're my favourite paper, the Mail. This is like a scene from Norman Wisdom. Norman Wisdom film where you expect them to shout Mr. Grimsdale. This is where a taxi lady, a controller on a taxi firm got clamped. She was in her right space, but her little disc had dropped off the windscreen. She got clamped by a private clamper, which they're going to outlaw. Yes. And suddenly tens of taxis ganged up on this guy and blocked him in for 9 hours. Absolutely.
And then David Beckham came along and pushed them all out of the way.
And there's a picture of the police just standing around not knowing what to do. Oh, look what's happening over there. There's the clamp car and there's... Anyway, but she ended up having to still pay the fine. So we don't hear that's right at the end.
And all the taxi meters.
Absolutely. The next one is from the Telegraph.
A cynical newspaper review this is today.
I baptise you in the name of the Queen Vic.
Eh?
This is nonsense. I'm not a religious person myself and I mustn't upset people, but this is about changing the words of the baptism service. They've had these words for 400 years until 1980, and in the last 30 years they've changed them 3 times. Is the church insecure or what? You've got
to admit, when they say, do you reject Satan and all his little demons, that you do secretly just want to laugh and think it's like a Rowan Atkinson sketch from Not the 9 O'Clock News, isn't it?
Yeah, do you think the baby gives a monkeys what the words are? I mean,
but they're saying that the language of the service of the baptism should just be more like street.
Yeah. Hey. But they're saying it's going to be like the Queen Vic. We've got to understand. I mean, please, let's try and lift the people up rather tan bringing the church down.
Surely it's like the language of the Queen Vic, where that's not your baby, that's my baby.
Yeah.
You're not my mum. Yes, I am.
Yes.
I don't know what's the matter with us today. It's the blood. It has to be the blood. Maybe it is, actually. I feel hyper. I do. Calm. Yeah.
Does it taste like blood?
No, it tastes like fruit juice, which is what I believe is the principal ingredient.
Right, very good.